Going on to you, Aries. You have the High Priestess, the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the World, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Six of Cups, you already know someone's coming back, but let's get into this. The High Priestess, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. The High Priestess is about you realize that you can't hang out with everybody. There's a need for you, Aries, to start making better choices when it comes to hanging out with better quality people. There's a pressure on all of us, myself included. When you go to talk to people, what you really need to understand is, and this is something that I've learned myself too, that whoever they are, the things that other people benefit off of, you benefit off of as you're getting to know these people, and those people are benefiting off of you, is an extension of who you are. So when people are being dysfunctional or things can't necessarily seem to get established, trying to talk to them, they're wasting your time. They're being combative with their words. That's an extension of their dysfunctionality. So whatever type of potential that you may need to see, they're already showing you their potential, because what it is they have no plan as to what they want to do in life. They have no plan. That's why it is that a lot of times people will end up remaining stagnant. So the Nine of Pentacles now represents you, Aries, have to be completely bathed in a different energy, a different mentality. And you need to basically become someone new. Yourself, but someone new internally, spiritually. Because if you keep, because what I'm seeing here is that the quality of the people that you have met in the past are not very good. And they did everything that they could to sabotage you. We'll get into that. The Knight of Cups now represents, and they seem to have this over fascination with you, Aries' business. So you, Aries, need to really watch out for people who mind other people's business more than they mind their own, because it usually is associated with them being saboteurs or saboteurs, meaning that they like to see other people in misery, right? The saying is misery loves company. So when you're dealing with people, this is why character is so important, because if they do not have good character, right, where they have good problem solving, they're good to hang around, they actually consider you, right, consideration, they actually have the ability to talk with you and actually come to an agreement. If they do not have some of those skills, among many other skills, then there is no need for you to interact with them any longer. If they're constantly speaking in double entendres, then you know you need to get away from them. So now the World card represents, and you need to learn to start dating other people. Open up your mind. The world, I've said this before, your world is your oyster. You are not only regulated to a city or a county, which is a city, right? Or a part of a city, to be more accurate. But the whole world is your oyster, right? So a lot of you Aries need to understand that you need to start looking at the world as that and see the possibilities. If people are giving you a difficult time, go to a different city, different state, different country, right? Talk to people there, you know. Pay attention to the quality of the person that you're interacting with. What type of values do they have? And when you learn their values, when you asking them questions, listen to what it is that they have to say, because what they say is a representation, usually, unless they're lying, of their values. Now, if they're lying, that's okay, because you will get it as you get to know them. You will get a chance to see that they're lying, because time is the ultimate warrior. Time and patience. They will slip up and they will show you, right, how they are, their dysfunction, and they're going to want to act like they didn't show it to you, or that really doesn't exist. So the Nine of Swords now represents one of the problems that a lot of you Aries may come across too, which is part of the reason why it is that you haven't really started to really look at dating from a bigger world level scale yet, is because of the fact that a lot of you Aries are a little, I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm not insulting you, but a lot of you Aries are a little bit worried about what kind of interactions you will have the more you expand your dating pool to a worldwide possibility, a worldwide perspective, or prospect. So the Six of Cups now represents, and ironically, this is when a lot of the people, some people from your past may pop up, because as you're making these changes, regardless of whether it is that you see it or not, the world is changing. And the world is changing around you because you're changing. So now, because of the fact that you're making a strong decision to not be dysfunctional, a lot of people will be drawn to you, including your exes. The Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands now represents, but you, Aries, have to be the ones to, no matter how many times they come back, don't ever let them come back in, because they had their opportunity to be with you, and they wanted to spend time just being dysfunctional. So instead of doing all of that, type of stuff, allowing them to run roughshod in your life, be dysfunctional to you, tell you, people from the past who told you to kiss the side of their, and then now all of a sudden they're coming back trying to, get in good with you again. They did too much. They crossed that bridge. They did so much to the point where even if you Aries were to try to make it work with them, it would never actually go down and feel quite well the way it did first time around when the two of you were in the honeymoon phase. Because the honeymoon phase was the best part of the relationship for the people, particularly in the past, that are coming back, because that was them trying to put their best foot forward to lull you to sleep, to do whatever it is that they wanted to do with you, because they feel like that's the work that they putting up. So now the Ten of Pentacles represents, but look at you, Aries, you have a whole table representation of the world. This is just another symbolism in this reading for the world. You have so many more opportunities that you don't even see due to the fact that you just have to learn to look at the entire world as a prospect. The world is if you're doing it right, the world is a much bigger place than you perceive if you're doing it right. The world can be a very small place if you're doing it terribly and you're not, things are not really underneath your control. And I don't mean people, I mean your own destiny. So now you have the Eight of Pentacles, which represents, this is what it is that you Aries need to kind of tighten up on. You need to tighten up on your own destinies. And what exactly do you want? Okay, you want this, that, and the third. But are you only going to date in your own city, your own county? Or are you willing to actually expand your horizons, take that chance, and try to get to know other people? So let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. So to clarify the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles, which represents, again, the Nine of Wands and the Seven of the Nine of Cups, excuse me, and the Seven of Wands is about the confidence that you need to have, knowing that everything will work out if you decide to take that chance and broaden your horizons. Okay. Now, because I was about to say something, but the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles is about, and also this is the situation as well. For some of you who decide to not take that chance, then you may have some more difficulties, because you're really going to have to be very peculiar and be very aware of if someone, even more than you should, because of the fact that you're limiting your pool to a small space compared to the world, right? Which is your county or your part of the city or the city. So the Three of Pentacles now represents, but at the same time, you really want to start associating yourselves with the right type of people by understanding the quality of character of who they are. Who are they, right? So the decision is up to you, whether it is that you, Aries, want to broaden your horizons, or if you want to continue to date just in your city.